Joining us today. I'm Sophia with Garden State Film Festival. It is in its 21st year. We have over 230 films from 23 countries. And what you can check out at this festival is this amazing music video, Brontë. Here to talk to us about it are the people behind the making of the music video. I'll have them introduce themselves. Let's start off
Hey,
with Allison.
yes, hi, my name is Allison Strong. I'm the artist and helped produce this project and conceptualize. And I'm an actor and singer-songwriter out of New York City.
Thank you, Allison. Monica.
Hi there. My name is Monica Kapoor, and I am the choreographer of the music video. Excited to work with Allison again after many years. We did Mamma Mia on Broadway together, and so it's really great to work in this capacity. And yeah, I'm coming to you from Princeton, New Jersey.
Love Princeton, and I love it. Mamma Mia. Oh my gosh. All right. Jared?
Go ahead, Jared. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Jared Roybal. I am the cinematographer on Bronte, and I was brought in very at the very beginning with Allison, and we first did a feature film together, and there we became really good friends and set off to do this amazing project together.
Thank you, Jared.
And I'm Mateo Marquez. I am the writer. I'm not the writer director. I am just the director of this piece, even though it seemed like we did a lot of rewrites in the concept leading up to this,
Mm,
all of us together. But yeah, excited to display this piece with everyone.
yes. Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for those wonderful introductions. Thank you for taking the time out to talk to me today because, as you can tell, and I've said, huge fan of this music video. And I have a bunch of questions. So before we get into it, Allison, you were being so humble, but let me tell everyone she was the singer, songwriter, the star, co-directed it, produced this. She wore a lot of hats. So, as a woman of many hats, can you tell everyone a little bit about the music video?
So this song was written in the middle of the pandemic. I started a songwriting group and basically picked out a prompt out of a hat and it said book. And so I wrote this song sort of based off of this, I don't want to say infantilized view of love from a teenage perspective, wanting something dark and, what you read from in books. Wuthering Heights was one of my favorites. Ethan Frome was another. Wrote this song. It turned into this really interesting sort of dark waltz, and I recorded it in the studio, and it became immediately clear that there was a movie in my mind going, and I saw a waltz. I spoke to Jared about it and said, do you think that we can make this dark ballroom waltz happen, like a dark Beauty and the Beast sort of moment? And he came on board. I called Monica after that. I immediately knew from working with Monica and also just knowing the type of person that she is, it was important to me that we had people of like minds, kindred spirits, warm personalities that wanted to work on this project. I talked to her, she immediately signed on. And it also became clear that this was my first time doing a music video. I've released an album before, but I have never gone into this world, even though I have a film background. And Mateo came on and really helped me reel in this concept. And we got very clear about our vision. And the location was incredibly important. We found a beautiful location here in New Jersey. Georgian Court University has a beautiful mansion. Jared and I, that was the main casting in this video, was finding the right location. We found that, and our team sort of fell into place, and we filmed this in July of 2022, so a couple months ago.
Wow. So when was that when you first recorded it and knew there was a movie to when you guys finally got together and started recording this? What was that?
Oh gosh. So Bronte was actually the first song recorded in my record, and that would have been October of 2021.
Mm,
Then we started pre-production on this video in February or March of 2022. Jared and I looked at the location in uh, the week after Easter in April of 2022.
mm.
And And then we basically did rehearsals the week prior to the shoot on the 11th of July, 2022. Yeah.
Wow, so you guys all held in there for that long period, kept motivated and artistic. I love it. Matteo, I want to ask the first question to you because Allison was saying how you both, came up with the vision. So what was that process like, and what were some of the inspirations?
I think the location and the song was definitely are the two things that we had to work with from the top, and then we sort of built it out from there. Um, as Allison had mentioned before, so there's like dreamy quality, something between a nightmare and a fantasy, of this person following this apparition or this ghost. We're not really sure, as the viewer, but out of that sort of then bleeds everything else, right? The photography, then how Monica interprets the tone and mood for the dance, and the movement for Allison. So it was really just starting off with sort of what were her intentions with the song, and then how we wanted to utilize the space in the best possible way. And then from there, just everything sort of grew out of that.
Mm. It sounds like you guys all needed to know what the other element was doing in order to do your job. So was there a lot of collaborating together instead of like one-on-one? You all had to like talk about it?
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
How did that work?
Well, it's interesting. So I started there's a lot of different steps. I want you all to add to this, but I actually wasn't even going to do this in a mansion at the beginning because I didn't think it was possible. Jared stopped me and said, because I was going to do it on a white psych stage, and try to sort of
That
approximate a
would
mansion.
be
before
so
me.
different. Wow.
Which is so different and so wrong. And Jared called me and he said, "I believe you can do this. Why don't we try to find the space that you're dreaming of?" And we went and looked for it, and once we had it, we managed to find this space that was willing to accommodate us and deal with very limited budget. Let's be honest, a spiritual budget. And that's what I'm just going to call it. And all the other pieces fall into place because who doesn't want to do a period piece in this like crazy mansion? But it was all collaboration. Jared, maybe you can talk about the colors and how you wanted to look like a painting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And your
Well,
movement. Sorry. I don't want you to talk about that movement because that's a whole element.
yes.
That's
Yeah.
huge.
So when she first brought it to me, she showed me images and ideas what she was thinking, and I love that period of like romanticism and Renaissance, and that like really inspired me. And when she told me that we would be shooting on a stage, I was like um, a little sad. I really wanted it to be something of that nature, of like feel like a romanticism painting of that period. And so I told her, I said, "Is this what you really want?" And when I kind of told her like, "Let's really try to do this to make this happen," then we put those gears in motion, and like when we saw the place, I could see the colors, I could see the light coming through the windows, and we made those lights come through those windows, and I could see like a movement, and when she was and when we did the choreography, the rehearsals, I could see like how we can make this happen, and working with Matteo and like really figuring out like how to move within the spaces. And I mean, yeah, it was a hard day because like I had a camera strapped to me the entire time. So her
Oh,
dancing, I was dancing with her the whole entire time. So I just had more weight piled upon me when I was doing it.
oh my gosh. So the camera was strapped onto you.
Yes.
And was the camera like I feel like it was constantly in motion. Did you have to rehearse? Did you guys have to do a lot of rehearsals?
Yes.
With Monica and
Maybe.
Matteo.
Well, let's talk about the choreography. Perfect transition, Monica. Talk to me about how you came up with the choreography, what influenced it, and how many rehearsals you guys had to do.
So actually, Allison had a huge part of that. Usually, as a choreographer, you kind of do your own research, you have the idea, but Allison just really was specific about what she wanted, and she sent me links just to videos like on YouTube that was like exactly the era she wanted. So that just made my job easier. And so I just came up with a simple combination, and just some other ideas, just to, kind of have in the moment, ready for the moment. And we had one rehearsal in a studio. We had a beautiful artist join us, Stanley Martin. So he was her partner, and he's a pro. So it was really smooth. And then just kind of having Mateo and Jared just in the room with us. We were all together in that studio space, kind of creating and imagining and pre-planning things so that when we got into the space, it was a lot easier. So
Wow.
that's it.
One rehearsal and in a studio too. So did you guys have to change a lot when you got in the space then? Because how do you do that?
Yes,
Absolutely.
Mateo, talk to me about it.
No, it was just since we were limited to how much time we could have in the actual space, we had to sort of improvise and come up with just a fluid way. And that was sort of another reason why it was difficult for us to. Sorry, someone's phone is ringing in the background. But the other thing was like we had to improvise on the day of. A lot of the movement with Monica, a lot of the movement with Allison, and then Jared, and then put like the lights over here. But so it was very difficult. Yeah.
Yeah.
You would never know watching the film. It looked so seamless. And,
Thank you.
oh my gosh. So
And also, I
Jared,
wanted to add one thing about costume too. The costumes were very and heavy, and that was also part of our rehearsal process with Olga Turka, who is our costume designer on this piece. In the rehearsal space, we actually tried on the materials, and we had like one go to really get it right, and it worked out. Thank God. Luckily.
it was gorgeous, so dreamy. And the waltz, without giving anything away, the waltz that you had. So she came up with that look as well. How did that?
Yeah, she came up with that look. We had a good idea that we wanted this to be a Victorian era piece and have a Gothic feel to it, just based off of the mansion. And we went to TDF Costume Collection in the city and found the right pieces for us, and it worked out. Yeah.
So you guys only had one day of filming in that space and only a few hours. It wasn't even like all day.
It was.
No, it was a full 10-hour day.
Okay, that's still
But
crazy.
to rip off the waltz, that was probably the most rehearsed thing that we did and pre-planned, and it had the most takes. Otherwise, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Monica, but I think you had like an idea of what you wanted to do for sort of the different spaces, but you sort of came up with them, or already had an idea of how you wanted to attack them, but then you just sort of maneuvered when we saw the space.
Yeah, it was really hard to plan until we were in the space. So we just collaborated and improvised, and I think sometimes the best art comes in those moments.
Yeah. Wow. I'm in awe. Seriously. And it sounds like it would be so fun just to be in that environment and the creativity that was around. Jared, I want to talk to you about the cinematography. And I don't know if it's like if cinematographers like giving their secrets away, but was that like something you did in post, that look and feel, or was that with lighting and like fog? Like how did you guys make that?
Yeah, we used a lot of smoke. There was a lot of smoke in every scene, so I wanted it to have that I wanted to feel the light coming in. I wanted to feel like, the rays of light, and, that was very important to me. And I really wanted to give it a feel of like a romantic painting of, where, you look at something that like you feel the light, and I wanted to emulate that. And, yeah, that was very important to me. In the night, when we did the waltz with the one light, I wanted to feel that, just like that one light on her, and so that was all very like planned, and yeah.
Wow. So we're running in like 2 more minutes, and I have one more question about Garden State Film Festival. But Allison, if you want to add anything, shout anyone out. And also, I really am wondering if your vision, Mateo, you too, if the vision was what came out, or was it better? Like,
I think it was beyond expectation. Again, this came from an idea in my head, a movie in my mind that I originally thought I was going to have to do on a white psych stage, and that turned into just beyond what I could have imagined. So I was very pleased about that. And we'll be in block JS33 at Jersey Shore Arts Center on March 25th at 12:15 p.m. This is going to be a super sneak peek for any friends, family, and fans that want to check out the music because this video won't be out until June. So it's part of a full record called Brontë, and this is the title track. So
Okay, so how can we see more of your music, Allison, before we do the final, final moments here? How can we check out more of the music and check out this video when it comes out?
I just released a single like a week ago, a cover of Landslide. You can follow me at Allison T. Strong on Instagram or go to AllisonStrong.com. And original music is going to start dropping in April. But again, if you want a super sneak preview, this is the opportunity.
Oh, they're coming to Garden State. Are we all going to be there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I love it. And I have to shout this out. Allison Strong, for anyone who doesn't know her, which probably everyone knows her, but she was our 2019 Rising Star Award winner, which is huge. So I wanted to ask you and Allison and everybody, how does it feel to have Brontë screen here at Garden State Film Festival? Especially for you coming back home.
Well, I mean, for me, I'm born and raised in New Jersey. We filmed this in New Jersey, so it's a homegrown project. Monica lives in New Jersey. She's here too. And everyone is pretty much New York local. New York is a brother, a sister of New Jersey. So it feels nice to come home and to be in the festival that has sort of lifted me up. And is lifting up this project. They've made a lot of things possible. So I want to thank them. And I'm really grateful that we're going to be doing our world premiere here. So,
yes. Yeah. And Jared, Mateo, and Monica, this will be your first time at the film festival?
This is my first
It'll
time.
be first time at the film festival. I think we had a film screened here before with actually me and Allison.
Jared and my first collaboration, Either Side of Midnight, premiered here during the pandemic in 2020 or 2021. Yeah.
So second film, but first time attending.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, I can't wait to meet you all in person. And Allison, see you again. Thank you all again and congratulations. Quickly, let me tell everyone, just reiterate again what Allison said, where it's going to be screening. Jersey Shore Art Center, March 25th, 12:15 to 2 p.m. So definitely check it out. Meet these wonderful artists and I will see you guys there. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.